Sorry about the hold up. There was a lot going on, and I must say, I'm glad that I'm at least in one freaking piece. Oh my goodness, that was a lot. But at least the restream technical support was very helpful. They actually give like images and give like very specific details on like, okay, make sure to do this, make sure to do that for your streaming settings, and that helped a lot. I so if the stream quality feels a little bit better, it's because they helped out. So thank you, Rishum. Hey B, welcome on in. For those who are new here, I'm Nethyr. I'm an English VTuber, and today we'll just be focusing on co-working stuff. So generally writing, I'll be writing specifically my VTuber lore. Hi, Purplefish. Hello, welcome. And yes, since I am multi-streaming, I can see people from both Twitch and YouTube. So thank you all for hanging out with me. I just want to give like a little chit chat before I start like fully going into it because I have a pretty cool little update for y'all. Um so do you guys know about the event Offkai Expo? It's a VTuber convention in the West Coast in the San Francisco area. And I will actually be attending Offkai Expo. I believe tickets will be ending their purchase at the end of this month. I actually did that on purpose because I kind of want to make this a little surprise for those who are going. So if you are also going to Offkai Expo, I'd love to meet you. Um, I will have some set rules though. Do not share pictures of me uh online, please. If you do, I will be very upset and you'll be banned from seeing my streams. So that's just a little disclosure. But I will be attending Offkai Expo for all 3 days. I'll be mainly like hanging out. I'll probably see a lot of the panels. Um and it'll be my first time attending Offkai Expo, so this is pretty exciting. There's a lot of like really cool corporate VTubers going there, fellow indie VTubers. I'm definitely gonna check out Holo Tempest. For one of them, I'm gonna try to check out the indie panels. There's some that were pretty interesting for me. Like, there's gonna be a panel for Black VTubers, which is really awesome because I feel like they're underrepresented in the community, and I really want to support them, and I also want to hear them out. There's also an upcoming trans panel, which is really sick, by Fee. So I'm definitely gonna be popping in on that one. Although I will not share what I look like. Uh, I feel very shy about my physical appearance, so I don't know if I will ever share that. So yeah, those are some that's my little update that I'm going to be attending Offkai Expo for the first time. Kind of nervous because it's a besides Anime Expo, which was pretty cool, this is a VTuber specific event. So I feel a little bit nervous but also very excited and yeah, so if you guys are coming by to Offkai Expo, I'd be down to meet y'all, but I will be very shy, honestly. So just keep that in mind. I will literally like not pop out too much. I'm trying to like not look um I'm basically gonna be a little bit hidden. That's my goal. Just to be a little bit hidden, but like just take it at my pace one at a time. Other updates. So I'm considering doing game development streams, but focusing on a beginner centric direction. Main reason is because, well, I I want to try making my own little projects. This is something I've been thinking about for a while, and it's interesting because yes, I do work in the game dev industry, but I haven't made one-off games for myself unless I'm in a game jam. And I kind of want to go back into that. I miss participating in game jams, and also I've always wanted to code, but I have a hard time coding. And I feel like the good thing about streaming, it actually makes me do things. Like I have the peer pressure of people watching me and being like, "Hey, you better do this. You better do this," and just talking about. And I think that's really fun. And plus, the previous streams with Luna, we had coding with Luna streams where where she taught me dealing, and dealing is cool. But there's some specific interests of mine that I'm like, if I really, really want to make games on my own for a little bit, I need to step into some areas that I'm not comfortable with, which is coding. And also, not gonna lie, being one of the few members that does not know how to code is really funny in No Pointer Life. Uh, so that's like, should I learn to code? I feel like I should, because every time we talk about tech stuff, I'm like, I'm lost in the weeds and I don't know what's happening. So my streams for coding will be very beginner friendly. That is the direction I want to go with, along with video essays, because I feel like it's very interconnected. And I feel like if I'm going to review games, I better show that I'm putting effort to understand game development, because I don't think it's fair to review something without, really acknowledging what is the game development process. So there's going to be two sides to my content. One of the things I'm considering to make first is a visual novel. I have made a visual novel in the past for a game jam with Luna. Um, and then some future goals of mine, I would really love to make a game similar to Shiren the Wanderer and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Those are like really cool games that I like. I also would love to make an RPG Maker game, but those are like far off goals. I'm gonna go with simple stuff like maybe recreating classic games would be fun. And just really I really enjoy doing those things rather than just focusing on, oh, I want to be able to do these really big projects. No, I need to take it easy on myself and just learn and just have fun. Sounds like a great approach to learning program. Thank you. Yeah, like I've tried learning programming multiple times, but it just never really stuck. And I'm like, I think I need to self teach myself, because that's how most programmers start programming. And like, I'm literally in a community of programmers. I'm going to be supported. I'm most likely going to learn how to program because I'm in the right space for it. So I really, really want to do that. Purple fish. I've been tutoring programming. The students that learn the quickest do little projects like, okay, cool, cool. So that's the direction I'm going. Little projects. Because my main strength when it comes to game development, honestly, it's writing. I love to write, so we're gonna stick with my strengths and do visual novels, have branching narratives. I do want to recreate the visual novel that I made for the game jam, make it more fully fleshed out, and make it like, because the characters in that one, I feel like I can play a lot with that, and they're pretty cute, so I think it'll be a good fit for this one. And then I would make the little art for it and stuff, so I think that could be my little mini project. Anyways, we should probably talk about VTuber lore. That's what we're here to talk about today. So let's go ahead and do that. So, okay. Is my headphones on? Did I not leave it on? There we go, there we go. I can hear it now, the music. Can y'all hear it too? Honestly, like, I really love this game. It's so nice and chill and relaxing. And like the fact that I can collect little creatures too, that is something I like doing. I like collecting stuff a lot, so it makes me very happy. Let's go ahead and find one creature and then get to work, because I want a little creature. So it says here, hint, I heard an old tale of a teary-eyed spirit. When the sky weeps and stars come out to play, you might find them swimming amidst the droplets. So nighttime, rain. Okay, nighttime and rain. Okay. So let's go to the bay window, and then we have to see sky. So that's why I'm gonna do that. And then music. Wait, lighting should be evening, and then sound should be rain. Okay. Okay, we're gonna leave it at this screen for now, and hopefully the spirit will come out. Okay, okay. Let me see here. That should be good. Alright, so last time we talked about establishing rules for the VTuber lore. It's important to establish these rules so that you have something to play with. It's sort of like, hmm, what's a good way to connect this to? I would say it's similar to game mechanics. You know what you can do in a game, and you know what you cannot do in a game. And with those preset rules, you can create stuff with those rules. So, for example, if you are playing Minecraft, you know the rules is to use resources to create more resources. That is the base rule, for example. But you cannot just create something from nothing. Oh, Stinkies. Who's Stinky? Oh my goodness. Oh, hi, Access. Welcome. Welcome on in. Yeah, I'm finally going into the meat and potatoes of the stream, which is like a little bit of a chat about what happened last stream, which is establishing VTuber lore and like why it's important to set rules for your lore or like any story that you write. And it's because you want to be able to have your audience be grounded. You want them to understand what world that they are going into right from the get-go. If the rules are literally like you can do whatever you want, it's a lot harder for them to be more interested in the world. At least for me, because I feel like if the world like you can break everything, why should I be interested in a world like that, you know? So, for example, imagine the Avatar The Last Airbender, that they broke the rule that there is only one avatar at a time, right? Imagine if there's two. That would really like break the rules of that whole franchise because the whole thing about that is, oh, the avatar has to save everyone and there could only be one avatar. If there's more than one, it's like there's two heroes. That makes things really weird and complicated because you can no longer believe in that world. So, what we have for my VTuber lore is that gods and spirits exist. Humans are capable of powers if blessed by a god or a spirit. Man-made creatures can only be freed by their owners or creators. Monsters and demons are originally man-made creatures slash humans, but lost control of their powers. And 5, all monsters, demons make dungeons their home to recover their magic, alchemy, and maintain their form. Avatar lore and joy are a bit here, right? Same. For me though, like I want to make sure that the rules of the lore make sense to me. Love the extra meta layer of it having a B game. Honest, yeah, that makes sense because let's see, access. I did a hard turn about the lore and just said, nah, I am the lore. And the whole implications of that. Hard rules are good as long as it's easy to keep it in check, yes. And also, like, it's something I like to establish because if I want to have this story not just be VTuber lore, for example, if I want this to be a tabletop game, it's easy to transfer this story, this world, into a tabletop game. Or if I want to bring it to an RPG maker game, I can go in that direction. Question: how much of good VTuber lore is good storytelling versus good connection as to who that VTuber is as a person? Ooh, okay, that question is multifaceted, so I'm gonna divide it into multiple questions. First one is, how much of good VTuber lore is good storytelling? So that one I'm personally very picky about because I think in the mainstream sense of things, good VTuber lore has to intrigue the audience. It has to make the audience be more interested in learning more about this VTuber. If the VTuber explicitly states who they are with no mystery, it's not as interesting to know about their lore. That's why I feel like a lot of VTuber lore tends to be sad and such because that's what attracts people to those VTubers. And seeing them happy makes them happy. And also the fact that VTuber lore can be relatable too. That is a way to attract people. I often see the take that VTuber lore isn't important. I think it's something you can not have if that is not your intention with VTubing. If you just want to do it for fun, having lore is not necessary. But VTuber lore is a very useful way of marketing and attracting people to you. It helps you stand out as a VTuber because when you see two kinds of VTubers, right? For example, there's a dog VTuber girl and another dog VTuber girl. Which one would you choose? If you have that dog VTuber, one of them be a hellhound who wanted to learn about humanity versus a dog VTuber, a dog girl VTuber who is a science experiment, that caters to two different genres right there. And that can create intrigue on, like, oh, how did this dog girl come out of the science lab? How did this dog girl come out of hell? That has like different ways of attracting people. Let me see. There's this good storytelling bit. So, yep. Ooh, I'm gonna focus on the question as much as I could before I address the next comments. Let's see. So a connection to who that VTuber is as a person. So I feel like that's the most underutilized way to use VTuber lore, and I feel like more VTubers should do that because I feel like a VTuber that can connect their lore to who they are as a person makes it easier for the audience to be like, oh, this VTuber is known for this, and this is their story. It makes it easier to share the story of that VTuber around. But from what I've seen, at least in the corporate space, and like Bishoja, for example, it's more about attracting people to a fascinating world and a fascinating person, and attract them as much as possible. That's my take on it, and that it's mainly a marketing ploy. You can do it for fun. There are two really cool VTubers that have like very expansive lore. I believe their names are Basil the Wolf and Boo the Rat. Those two have very excellent, well presented lore that is very much focused on good storytelling. There's also Mary Dogweather, who makes very fun stories. I feel like they're the kind of stories that you can easily digest. I feel like that's Mary Dog's very Mary Dog's talent is making stories that are easily digestible but still very entertaining. And that's such a hard skill to have as a writer because you can go so in depth in your lore, but your audience could not understand it at all, and only a select few would understand it. It takes a lot of skill to be able to make something semi-complicated but have anyone understand it. That's why I personally admire Mary Dog's work a lot as a fellow writer. Because whenever I read his work, I'm just like, wow, this is very easy to understand, but it's so fun at the same time. Like, for me, someone who is a good writer is someone who can write with clarity and can fully describe what is happening without confusing the reader. They don't need to be the most entertaining writer, they don't need to be the funniest writer, but if they can fully explain what they're talking about, especially if it's a concept that they made up, that is impressive. Because at the end of the day, writing is communication. Okay, so Axis says, let's see. I kind of derailed a bit there, so I hope that answers your question, Corvo. Your question of how much of good VTuber lore is good storytelling versus a good connection as to who that VTuber is as a person. Most people rely more on good storytelling rather than focusing on, oh, does it connect to the person? I think that's what I mainly see. To sum up my answer, Axis. For tabletop RPG, it's nice to have those questionnaires that you answer and then you receive a roll. Agreed. Because I really like the presets that D&D and Pathfinder has. I have played both. I've DM'd for Pathfinder, but I mainly play D&D. I hope to try other tabletop RPGs. Like one that I want to try is Gubat Banwa, which is literally a Southeast Asian fantasy RPG. And that appeals to me a lot. I would love to make an AU where me as a character came from Gubat Banwa, and I just really want that, personally. Let's see. Axis. Personally, VTuber lore is just an artistic way to introduce yourself. At least from my POV. Mainly because I don't like debuts, so lore is the way to go. Yeah, I'm iffy about debuts. Yeah, I am very late likeable. I had some technical difficulties. And I had a contact tech support. Takes away my fun privilege. Hey, what'd I do? Oh my goodness. Are you sad that I'm late? Did you miss me, likeable? Is that what you're trying to say to me? Did you miss me? I'm just teasing. For being late, yeah. You're sad that I'm late. Aw, that's sweet. I'm sad that I'm late too. I don't like being late at all as a person. So yeah, I hope that answers a little bit about my take on VTuber lore, that it's a very smart way to market yourself in a sea of VTubers, and also it's a way to attract an audience. Loki, I'm grateful you are late because I can catch the stream. Thing is though, I have a hard cap at 10 p.m. but I don't mind pushing it to 10:30 for a little bit for y'all. Oh, Dago Otokoda? Wait, that's Cammy, right? Is that you, Cammy? Hello. I'm trying to like remember that someone has a name for their username, but it's not the name that they like actively go by. It's interesting to have viewers with multiple names. Yeah, I knew it. I knew you were Cammy. Let's go. Let's go. I'm smart. I can be pretty smart. Although usually I do dumb things. I make mistakes. And I really do be like that. Let me see though. Okay, I feel like the little guy hasn't come out in a while. Oh, 9? Okay, got the daily login. Oh, we need to put a task up. What are we going to do today? So, I think what we could do for today is write at least one story from chat's suggestion. So, I mentioned this for a bit. And then let's put, yeah, let's do that. Okay. So, I'm going to need help with you all. Oh, I see, indeed. Haha, how are you doing? I'm doing well. I feel a lot more energetic now. Honestly, like at work, I felt a little slumped because I was just like kind of doing things and then expecting things to happen, but it didn't happen. So I'm like, well, it do be like that. But hey, I did my job. I'm good. And now I feel a lot more energetic because I didn't have to do as much energy today. And the main thing for today's stream, I wanted to ask you guys, what do you want to know about me as a VTuber? And from my lore in particular, because I want to make stories for those who have been here for a while, who have been here since before my debut. And I feel like this is a nice little treat. Mainly because like, I feel like when someone makes VTuber lore, it's a very personal journey, but I feel like it's important to include the audience as well, and I really want to... This is like my way of giving thanks for being my audience and hanging out with me, despite how infrequent I've been making content. Cause y'all could choose literally someone else, right? But you all chose me, and I want to thank you all for that. So this is my way of saying thank you for supporting me for all this time. And I want to make stories based on what you guys suggest, and maybe they're going to be part of canon. I am hesitant about anything chinchilla related, so something other than that, please. So, based on the rules that I've stated, actually, let me make it easier for y'all. I'm going to write it down here in the journal. Rewriting. Ooh, okay, that's cool. I have not used the journal feature, but we're gonna go ahead and use this. So, 5 rules about Nethyr's lore. I'm gonna write them down really quickly so that y'all know. I can see it up here. And then, based on what you see here, you can ask me what kind of stories you guys want to hear. Physical form to being omnipresent. Okay, 2. Humans are capable of powers. Wait. If blessed by a god or a spirit. 3. Man-made creatures can only be freed by their contracted owner slash I cannot spell slash creator. Okay, 4. Monsters slash demons are originally man-made creatures, humans, but lost control from their powers. Then 5. All monsters slash demons make dungeons their home to recover their powers and maintain their physical form. Other ways, they turn into energy. Okay, so there we go. Oh man, let me try to see chat, y'all. Okay. Just to have my theory check, why the snake motive? As I'm blinded by the chinchilla restriction. That's my second. That's so fair. So, why the snake motif, huh? So, there's a few key phrases. Alchemy and homunculi. In particular, if you look at Full Metal Alchemist, you may have seen the symbol, the Ouroboros symbol. So, and yeah, snakes are pretty cool. I think they're really cool, but also like the snake motif connects to very different parts of my lore that all like connect to each other. If anything, really pay attention to the split tail part. It's very important, and yeah, FMA, I love it. I love it so much. And I love how deep that story goes too. It's amazing for its time. But why the snake motif? I feel like that's gonna be a big question because y'all are maybe wondering like why snake instead of chinchilla, which is what Axis asked, which makes sense. First part, snakes are freaking cool. 2, it really connects to my lore in different ways. And I feel like I have to be careful on how I answer that question because it's gonna reveal too much. But the snake in particular. So I will say that there is symbolism as to why the snake tail is split. And the main symbolism is that when you look at the Ouroboros in particular, it's a perfect circle, right? If you bite the tail, it splits. And a circle is symbolic for a cycle. And for Nethyr, they had to break the cycle, hence the tail splitting. As to what cycle did Nethyr break, I will not say. But let's just say it has many layers to it, like as to what cycles Nethyr has broken. But I will add that to the journal to make sure that I know that's a question people want answered. Questions chatters want answered. What does the snake motif mean in the lore? Brax, hey Sensei, just stopping by to say goodnight. I'm finally home from finals. Ooh, good job! I did pretty well, and I'm still recovering. Have a good rest of the stream. Thank you, Brix, for always coming by. Thank you so much. And have a good rest, okay? You did great. Finals is so rough, but y'all did it. Yes, you can ask more than one question. Mainly because I'd rather get as much insight into what you guys want to know and be able to answer. What kinds of power does Net again, and were they naturally gained or learned? Ooh, that's a fun one. Okay. So powers that I have. Two. Okay, I'm trying to type. Jeez, I want to type based on what chat tells me. Chat says, what kind of powers does Nethyr have? Were they naturally gained or learned? Okay, so that's gonna tie in with the X final boss part of it. So for Nethyr, they have a lot of combat history. It's kind of integral to their character. And a lot of it has been learned. As for naturally gained, I don't feel like it's kind of difficult for me to say if something is naturally gained or not because of Nethyr's nature in the first place. Nethyr is a homunculus, so at their core, they are artificial. They're not human. So, in a sense, I don't know if they naturally gained said powers. I hope that answers it briefly, but generally, just remember, they're an X final boss and they're a homunculus. Their powers are artificial. As for the types of powers I have, I have to think about this one for a little bit because I don't want to say all of the powers that I have. It's not really fair if I share all my cards, you know? If you've seen my model art, keep in mind I have a rather thin build. So I'm definitely more speed based. But I have a lot of strength if needed, mainly for self-defense. And I definitely... I don't know if I should say that yet. I don't think I can. For now, I can't say the rest of it, but just know that based on my body type, I'm definitely on the speedy side. And a little bit sneaky like a snake. And the fact that I have an androgynous form is very helpful for disguises. Ooh, okay, that's another cool question. Let's see, 3. Does the name Nethyr itself hold some kind of importance, or is thematic of the character? Having in mind the numerology aspect and the word Nether. It does hold importance. But I won't say any further than that. It does hold importance, yes. And it's interesting. The name Nethyr is a name I made before this character came to existence. So, a lot of the lore is just connected to the name. Just do not further elaborate. Keep people thinking. Again, these are just questions I plan to answer in the future. So, if there's anything in particular you want answered, you ask me now, and then you will see it later in the future. I feel like I'm asking the hard ones. You are asking the hard ones. I was expecting something like, oh, what were they like as a child or something that, what's their favorite food? Something like simple. I did not expect existential stuff right from the get-go. But they're good questions. It's just, this is something I would answer much later on. But it's okay. It's okay, Axis. These are really good questions. I appreciate the efforts you're putting into this. Okay. Oh, it seems like something popped up. So let's see what arrived. Oh, it's a fish. It's a little tiny little fish. Oh, hello. You're so happy. You're so cute. It's a little fish. Drizzlefin. Fish. One fish. Okay, let's go to the spirit decks. People and spirits alike tend to avoid Drizzlefin whenever spotted. Their tear blue coloration and big watery eyes make them look like they are barely holding back from crying. And schools of Drizzlefin are even said to precede events of great misfortune. But after a close-hand experience, I believe it to be the exact opposite. That they may have a well, how does one pronounce this word? Prescient sense? I think I'll go with that. That they may have a prescient sense for heartache and instinctively gather around those who have just suffered a tragedy or loss to put them at ease. Wait, Drizzlefin is Absol! Oh my goodness. Because if you look at Absol lore in Pokemon, Absol goes to people for help. But people think that Absol predicts like bad events, but no, they're just taking care of people. I like Drizzlefin, so sweet. What's this one? Oh, okay. It's like a little beaver. This hungry spirit can be lured out by the sound of cooking around lunchtime. Cooking? Cooking. Oh, speaking of cooking, I accidentally burned my hand. So that's why I'm mainly typing and not writing, because my hand kind of hurts. So we love to see it. Sometimes I'm just not that great with fire. Bish, he just like me for real, right? Drizzlefin is like me for real, right? Ooh, does Net have a dungeon, or is a dungeon master due to their whole X-boss thing? Yes. Yes, I do have a dungeon. And you're in it. Let's see, a fave animal is a snake. Duh, I'm kidding, it's cats. I love cats. Cats are a big part of my lore. Let me go ahead and write them down though. Journal. Gonna move chat a little bit. Is Nethyr buffed and favorite animal? Wait, what do you mean by buffed? Like physically buff or? Let's see. Question 4. Ooh, okay, it's break time. Does Nethyr have a dungeon, or is a dungeon master due to their whole X-boss thing going on? Yes, I have. I have a dungeon. Let's see. Is Nethyr buffed? What do you mean by buffed though? I'm kind of confused. 6 is Nethyr's. Okay, so I can definitely write about 6. What is Nethyr's favorite animal? Because a big part of their lore is that they were actually. Oh, let me change the first question. Okay. What is the change to the first question? It's so fun to think about this. Oh, for now, let's try to get the next creature. Think we have to be at a fireplace, and we have to be cooking. So, cooking around afternoon, and then no rain, and then sizzle. Yeah, let's cook. What role could Nethyr be in an RPG? Oh, that's fine. That is fine. Nethyr is definitely a magic type. Secondary could be rogue, but honestly, like, not really. Considering their personality and all, they're definitely not too much of a rogue type. Probably more of a spy, if anything. They wouldn't be doing things for themselves, but for other people, if that makes sense. Let me see here. How would their dungeon be designed? Like, what kind of things happen in the dungeon? Are there shifting caverns, ecosystem of like monsters and creatures? Is it more trap-based, maybe? Traps are a big part of it. Steals. Hey, no stealing. If I could, I would throw a slipper at you. Stop that. No stealing. No. Okay, let me go ahead and write in my journal. Okay, the questions are good. I'm gonna have questions to keep coming up to for 9 more minutes, and then we can go from there. I'm going to sell to buy myself a good PC and VR. My collection is not worth that much, okay? Jeez. I mean, one of my figures is close to 300, but still, my collection is not worth that much, okay? What role could Nethyr be in a RPG? And is it specifically D&D RPG classes, or is it just something specific? How would their dungeon be designed? Like, what kind of things happen in the dungeon? Psychological torture? Are there shifting caverns? Ecosystem of like monsters and creatures? Is it more trap based? So I have thought about Nethyr's dungeon for a bit. And Nethyr's dungeon is very much anti-human. It's up to you. Even subclass, go full nerd about it. This is my realm. It's my realm. Oh gosh. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and address the 7 question. What role could Nethyr be in an RPG? And I'm gonna Google all of the D&D classes. Oh man. Like, they definitely would have rogue skills, for sure. Or a monk. I could see. So I'm not gonna mention a specific class, but I'm gonna mention like the skills that Nethyr would have, and they would probably be monk, rogue, and wizard. Definitely those 3. Speed base, also lots of physical attacks. I could also see ranger being a potential one. I'm playing a trickery domain in D&D, and oh boy, it's too much. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice. I have 2 D&D characters. I have a drow druid, and I have a sorcerer tiefling. I really love those 2. The sorcerer tiefling, her name's Calland, and she's what's a good phrase for this? I realized, wait, I need to keep this in check because this is a family-friendly stream, and I set this as a family-friendly stream, so I really just screwed myself over. She's not a good character. She looks very pretty, but she's a rotten person, honestly. She is, like, she's the type of girl that if you see her at a club, you would try to approach her, but then you would feel like a weakling after talking to her. Like, she is just way above your league and everything. It's like she's a girl boss, but like of a mafia, if that makes sense. There's Varys. He's like the opposite. He's a very young kid. He grew up in a cult. But he's ever so curious about the world, and he's shy, and he wants to do the good thing. But because he's a drow, people think he's just there to do bad things, and he doesn't realize that because he's a drow, he's automatically a bad person. So he's like the biggest sweetheart ever, but is learning to cope with the fact that the world won't accept him as a good person. He is very sweet, and he gets to be very strong later on. I kind of want to make characters of them in Baldur's Gate 3, but also I'm kind of afraid, especially for Callant in particular. Like Callant would probably get Astarion in the bad route, like really bad route. So toxic, very toxic woman. I'm not. I don't know why I created her. Honestly, she just came to be an evil existence. Okay. All right. So these are some pretty good questions so far. If we can bring it to two more questions, that'd be pretty good. Ooh, mine is called Arg. It's a Kenku, and I love being a dumb bird that can be super goofy and then boom, magic. Ooh, do you just like send fireballs and stuff? Is that your jam? Also, what else do I need to attract the little guy? Excuse me. Man, why do I keep burping? My goodness, my apologies for that. Ooh, also, ooh, new rank. Let's go. Nice. I can also decorate things if I want to. But the question so far that I want to play with a bit. Let me write it down. I'll put it on this. So I'm gonna write a little with my notebook because I feel usually a lot better if I write something. Arg is more like I'm here to do the good things with no plans. Alignment, chaotic good. I see. Why do I have glasses? Why do I Good question. Why do I have glasses? Cause you know, why would a final boss have glasses? Huh? What was that? What just happened? Something happened and I don't know what. Salvi, thank you for the water buff and the posture check. Thank you. How are you doing, bud? How was after your birthday? I hope it went well. I'm gonna take a seat. Right now, I'm taking in questions about what do the people want to know about Nethyr in the lore, and I'm gonna basically answer these over time. So we'll see. Main reason why I want to do this is because you are all my community, people who come by, and I want to make sure I answer things that you guys are very interested in learning about for when I re-debut. That is the main thing. I want to make sure that whatever I write is catered to you all. Is the color scheme symbolic of anything? Oh, the color scheme. So I have mentioned a few times on social media that my color schemes were inspired by the gender fluid and non-binary flags, but there is an additional reason to that, and I will not share it at this time because I feel like that it would basically change your perception of me. I think. Is the gold real or just being clad? The gold is real. The gold is real. So, a little fun fact. Gold was a very big part of pre-colonial Philippines. Like, they would dress in gold casually. That's how plentiful gold was. And I wanted to include details of pre-colonial Philippines into my design. I felt like that was the most appropriate, especially since my lore does connect to elements of world history. And I wanted to have that because I really wanted to play with the ideas of the mythological beliefs from the Philippines and also Spain and also a bit of America, because those are like what influences me as a person, and I wanted to transform it into a metaphor in my lore. Oh, thank you for the posture check. I need that. And a stretch. I need that too. I actually plan to do my physical therapy after the stream, so the stretches do help, so thank you very much. But then Spain came. Spain. Spain without the S, that is where I am. But yes, color scheme is symbolic. As for when it's symbolic, I will say that a bit later, but let's just say the present color scheme that I have is very much connected to being virtual. being very virtual. So, okay, I think that's a good number of questions. I could work off of this. So, I will say a lot of the first questions we have, they are already a very big part of my lore. So I cannot state this in detail. I can do something small. Although I'm kind of confused. What do you mean by is Nethyr buffed? What am I buffed with? Can someone reevaluate? My artist eye is like trying to pick out all these details. I will say that my design, I'm very proud of it. Like when I drew the concept of it and then I had Savio put it all together, I am so happy with how it turned out. And it's even better when I see how Salty is rigging everything. It's mwah. It is chef's kiss. It is beautiful. I love it so much. Like when my model starts moving, y'all will not believe how good Salty has done, how good Savio has done. It's gonna be phenomenal. I am so excited for my re-debut. And the thing that I need to work on is the freaking lore, which is why I'm doing streams focused on the lore so that we get something done for my re-debut. I don't know when my re-debut will happen. So it was so much fun to draw when I did that art. Yeah, I love using that art from time to time. It's so fun to use for thumbnails. It was so fun. But I hope to commission more art in the future because I want to make some merch. For a re-debut. Can I change the buff question with, does Nethyr have any special equipment? Do I have any special equipment? Oh yeah, you were asking me about my glasses. Why do I have freaking glasses? Well, my eyes hold a lot of power, you see, and the glasses help nerf that. Oh. Whoops, I almost read it verbatim. Does Nethyr have special equipment? I was so excited to see it on the Baldur's Gate stream, right? I thought your art really fit the vibe of Baldur's Gate. It was so good. I want to do Baldur's Gate 3 streams, but I feel like they're a bit above my intended demographic. Although I've looked at my analytics for my demographic. A lot of y'all are adults. No children here at all. It's like a very small amount of children and teenagers. So I'm like, maybe I'm naturally catered to adults. I've thought about being an 18 plus streamer just because I naturally fit that demographic. But I'm also like, I don't really talk about adult stuff, you know? So I don't know if that even makes sense for me. Cause like, even though I'm an 18, if I would be an 18 plus streamer, that would imply that I do other adult content when no, I just feel like the topics that I do discuss is rather adult in nature. For example, learning about different stuff, writing, and stuff like that. I feel like, I also feel like I would feel a little bit uncomfortable being an 18 plus streamer because I don't talk about super adult stuff. I talk about things that I like learning about, and maybe learning is not for a lot of people. But anyways, I have lots of thoughts on that, and I don't know, but I like who I am right now, so I'm just gonna stick with it. So, yeah. Okay, so let me see. The questions we have are: what does the snake with teeth mean in the lore? I did mention a little bit of that earlier. I will not say it again. What kind of power does Nethyr have? Were they naturally gained or learned? I'm artificial. Most of the stuff that I have is artificial. Does the name Nethyr itself hold some kind of importance or is thematic of the character? I revealed a little bit of the background of this. That Nethyr, the name Nethyr was created first. Everything else was created afterwards. Does Nethyr have a dungeon or is a dungeon master to their whole X final boss thing? Yes. Yes. Does Nethyr have special equipment? Yes. Yes. I will not say what it is. What is Nethyr's favorite animal? Cat. Cat. Obviously. I have Darcy. I honestly want to include Darcy in my stream somehow, but I'm not so sure how to execute that. I have ideas, but I also am like, do I trust chat with this responsibility? Anyways, what role could Nethyr be in an RPG? Obviously a final boss. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know what that question meant. This question is referring to like D&D classes and all of that. So I didn't specify which D&D classes. Baldur's Gate and Nethyzens playthrough. Ayo. Ayo. That'd be kind of fun. Let's see. Yeah, I mentioned I would have skills similar to a monk, a rogue, a ranger, and a wizard. My least favorite animal? Surprisingly, it's not a chinchilla. I don't hate chinchillas that much, but my least favorite animal. Hmm. I hate mosquitoes. Mosquitoes don't really have much purpose in an ecosystem, and they are very annoying. I heard that there were papers of scientists making the sexiest mosquito that is infertile to get rid of mosquitoes. That is how much scientists hate mosquitoes. And how much I hate mosquitoes. So yeah, I hate mosquitoes. I hate them to death. I don't like them. Like surprisingly, chinchillas are kind of like mid tier for me when it comes to animals. To be fair, I just they're cute and all. It's just, I don't like how you guys connect me to a chinchilla because I am not cute. I am not cute at all. I am I am just me. I am not cute. So I don't feel like being called a chinchilla is very accurate. Hey, it makes sense. Thank you. Thank you. Someone believes me. Thank you, purple fish. Oh, okay. I see purple fish sent a message. I'm gonna allow it. Imagine being a lab when you figure out what makes us a mosquito sexy. Yeah, exactly. That just sounds so hilarious. Let's see. The color scheme symbolic of anything. Oh man, I have to be careful with these questions, y'all. Some of them might be revealing too much lore. No, I said it makes sense to not be an automat. Yeah, especially with my intended audience. Let's see. I am definitely gonna answer. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I did answer the question. Why does Nethyr have glasses? Hmm. It's to nerf my eyes. Ooh, timer. Also, has the creature not shown up yet? The creature. Oh, there's also an ad break. All right, we're just gonna vibe. The ad ends in 24 hours. I'm digging deep. Aha, with the lore question. Yes, you are. Yes, y'all are. I feel like I have to answer these later. But these are really good questions. Like, I'm excited to answer these questions in the lore. Definitely. Okay, I'm waiting until the ad ends. Okay, the ad break has ended. Welcome back. What ad did you guys see? I'm kind of curious because sometimes Twitch ads can be a little funny. They're a little bit funky, so I want to know how weird it is. How weird did it go? You got Colgate? Oh, that's funny that you got toothpaste mentioned because I had to apply toothpaste to my burn earlier because fun fact, toothpaste naturally relieves burns. So it's funny you got Colgate. Did I use Colgate on my finger? Hmm. I would need to double check, to be fair. Oh, my cat, he's sleeping on my little bed, on my bed. My bed is not little, but my little guy is just resting. Oh my gosh, he was hard asleep until I pet him. I ruined his nap. He was just like, I guess, listening to my voice and then fell asleep there. So, Netia's favorite animal. Say a cat for this one. Darcy needs to be in my lore. Oh, the chinchilla binding restriction is keeping me asking the dumb ones. Good. 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 The chinchilla should not be in my lore too much, okay? Actually, where are chinchillas from? Because I need to keep in mind, like, the regions that my lore is from. Do chinchillas naturally occur there? I don't know. Where do chinchillas come from? Okay, chinchillas are native to Western South America. That's not connected to my lore, unfortunately. So, their chinchillas are not native to my area. Sorry to say. I thought chinchillas came from Australia, but no, it's South America, from the barren rocky slopes of the Andes Mountains of South America. And chinchillas in the wild are endangered as they have been hunted for their pelts to near extinction. Yeah, the Andes. Andes Mountains of South America. Also, why am I not getting my creature? I want my creature. Excuse me. Evening, night, wardrobe. Let's see. Patience is key. Once the spirit dex icon is glowing, you're on the right track. Okay, I am on the right track. Okay. So, I'm thinking for Nethyr's favorite animal. The first time Nethyr escaped the castle, they were following a cat. This cat was stealing chicken bones from the kitchen. It was small, scrawny, yet had eyes of gold. It was a creature that wanted to live, just like Nethyr. Okay. Traveling chinchilla gag foreshadowed. Man, y'all really want me to be very involved with chinchillas, huh? I do have ideas for everyone's mascots that is chinchilla shaped, but I'm not liking it. But at the same time, I have to like it because it's to represent you all. Weapon of choice. Weapon of choice. Yes, a chat mascot. I am developing a chat mascot in the future. I don't know if I want to share it at re-debut in particular. I kind of want to share it. Yes, representing chat. I feel like the mascot, I can finalize it after my re-debut. I feel like that's when it's the most appropriate because by then I will know who my regulars are, and the regulars need to be the ones that give the input on what their mascot will be. Okay? So I have a few ideas for mascots, and I will basically be providing 1 to 3 choices, well, 2 to 3 choices of mascots, and I will have you guys choose between them, but this will probably be like after re-debut. The main reason why I want to do it this way is because I want to make something that you guys want to be involved with, you know? I don't want you guys to hate it. I want you guys to enjoy being a Nethyzen. And a part of me wonders if I should change Nethyzen to something else when I re-debut, but we shall see. We shall see. Okay. Ooh, a spirit is being lured. What is this creature? Oh, it's a trash baby. Oh, it's a little raccoon. Oh, that's so cute. A trash nuki. That's so cute. Okay, let's go read its spirit decks. Okay. Trash nukis are playful, shape-shifting spirits. Notoriously picky eaters, they choose to only consume food that has been tossed away. Trash nukis are known to shapeshift into garbage bins to collect leftovers throughout the day, then sort through their spoils for any tasty treats. This process seems to be suiting for them, as they also organize the trash into the proper bins. Their preferred hunting grounds are forested picnic areas and park cookout grills, where organic waste is especially common. Cheese. Keep the name, I really like it. Okay, keep Nethyzens, I will keep that in mind. I honestly really like it too because like it's a play on words with the word Nethyzen, which is Netizens, which refers to internet netizens, and I'm an AI. Nethyzens just makes sense, you know? I've had it for 3 years. I might as well keep it, you know, it's part of the brand. But I have thought about changes, but it'll depend on the audience. Rumors abound of a spirit that welcomes the day with a cup of tea by the fire. Cup of tea by the fire in the morning. Okay, so morning time. Okay, it's attracting the spirit already. Ooh, but don't we need fire? Like actual fire? Okay, that should work. And what about cheese? Why do you mention cheese? Do you want cheese to be your mascot? Is that what I'm hearing? I'm a little bit confused. Okay, so I wrote a little bit. The first time Nethyr escaped the castle, they were following a cat. This cat was stealing chicken bones from the kitchen. It was small, scrawny, it had eyes of gold. It was a creature that wanted to live, just like Nethyr. Cheese? You know, you make me crave cheese tea. I really like cheese tea. It makes me happy. I guess this is not really as much of a story as I'd like, but more like a little flavor text, which is fine, but we'll see how this writing goes. Oh man, there's something in my eyeball. Oh no. The first time Nethyr spotted this cat, it somehow went to Nethyr's cell and was napping on their chest. Its purring woke up Nethyr. Ever since then, Nethyr wanted to follow it. It was the first living creature to come into physical contact with Nethyr. Let me see. The first time Nethyr escaped the castle, they were following a cat. This cat was stealing chicken bones from the kitchen. It was small, scrawny, and had eyes of gold. It was a creature that wanted to live just like Nethyr. The first time Nethyr spotted this cat, it somehow went to Nethyr's cell and was napping on their chest. Its purring woke up Nethyr. Ever since then, Nethyr wanted to follow it. It was the first living creature to come into physical contact with Nethyr, besides the alchemist. The Oh, voice a little low? Yeah, sorry. I'm trying to write, so my head is literally like facing the the writing, so I can reread it again. It's just a rough draft. The first time that they escaped the castle, they were following a cat. This cat was stealing chicken bones from the kitchen. It was small, scrawny, yet had eyes of gold. It was a creature that wanted to live, just like Nethyr. The first time Nethyr spotted this cat, it somehow went to Nethyr's cell and was napping under a chest. Its purring woke up Nethyr. Ever since then, Nethyr wanted to follow it. It was the first living creature to come into physical contact with Nethyr, besides the alchemists themselves. They remembered how soft and warm this cat was. It made their... No problem, I thought you were speaking to chat. Oh, you're fine. It made their cell feel a little less lonely. And because Nethyr followed this cat, they got to see the outside world for the first time. I do like the direction of this story, that it's just like, oh, because Nethyr first will was to follow a cat, they were able to experience freedom. And I think that's a pretty good direction, because cats, their natural nature is just to be literally doing their own thing, and Nethyr at this time in their life, they weren't capable of choosing to do things. And if anything, these events in particular made the alchemists keep a closer eye on Nethyr as they grow and develop. Because a homunculus doesn't necessarily have a will to choose and do things, yet Nethyr is able to show these abilities. And it makes an alchemist very curious since a homunculus's purpose is to serve their creator and serve whatever they are contracted with. If you look in media, you could often see that a homunculus is usually like driven by an outside force, whether it's their past life, like their desires of their past life, or if someone tells them what to do, like as a maid, like in the Fate series, they're always driven by something told by someone else. But Nethyr is exhibiting patterns of choosing to do things that they want to do, such as following the cat. And that's very important for an alchemist to pay attention to. Especially when you think of the degrees of like the different types of homunculi and chimeras that they make. So, something to keep in mind. I think that would be an okay rough draft. Because I don't think that this story will be like fully fleshed out, but this will be like a cute little piece. If I get like, ooh, that would be really cute. Like if I make art prints, I want these art prints to also come with little stories and stuff. Or if I make a visual novel of Nethyr, these stories can pop up in the visual novel themselves. That'd be very fun. And then I'm gonna list like what kind of events the cat and Nethyr would go through. And potentially an ending for this cat. Will the cat stay with Nethyr? Who knows? First encounter with freedom. Oh! What was that? What was that? I heard something. Y'all make a sound? What happened? Oh! Thank you for the water buff, likeable! Thank you. I'm just thinking a lot in my head because, like, I want these stories to be just really fun to read. And also, I like to think about the symbols of what each character has in the story. So the cat is connected to freedom and life. Oh, and independence. I would say, like, this is Nethyr's exposure to what independence is, and that's pretty important. Honestly, after the re-debut, I feel like I'm not going to implement everything right away. I'm definitely gonna have all of the implementation happen in like different stages of like, oh, if I reach this achievement as a streamer or as a content creator, I will release this. If I reach the next step, I will release the next thing, and da-da-da-da. I feel like re-debut should not just be a one-done event. I feel like when I have changes to my channel, I don't think they necessarily have to be a re-debut or a debut in particular, but more like, oh, a new thing has appeared on the stream, let's check it out. I feel like it makes the streaming a lot more fun, because then you'll see like lots of different prizes and stuff. Yeah, I think that'll be a very fun direction. Just a matter of how to execute it, because I have ideas on how to include lore in my content, but it might be difficult to execute. What about doing streams using versions of the stream? What do you mean by versions of the stream? Could you clarify that further for me? As if the new gimmicks were an update. Ah, yeah! I've actually been thinking about doing them that way. Like, oh, this is the new update to the game. And stuff like that. Okay, and we at least wrote one story for chat suggestions, so we completed that. Alright, and we did our daily login, our daily tasks done, and our daily timer done. Well done, everybody. Oh man, speaking of gimmicks, I need to clean up the Twitch channel points for sure because well, I don't do the same things as before, so I definitely need to figure out what to do for redeems because I know a lot of people are getting those, so we're gonna figure that out slowly but surely. Let's see. Man, this, whatever is trying to arrive here, is taking its time. This little teapot. And I even chose the morning. It is the morning. Do I need to make more things that are the morning? Like birds singing? Typing? Soothing wind? Actually, I've been wondering, what does this sound? That's weird. Ooh, pink noise just sounds like deeper white noise. I'm kind of scared about brown noise. Brown noise sounds so ominous. Oh my gosh, that was very ominous for my intestines. That was weird. Brown noise is the best? Really? It feels like I'm in a womb. Like I'm inside a breeding creature. Or like I'm underwater. Sorry, I realized that was a very visceral description and I did not mean it to be that visceral. My bad. I hope I don't ruin everyone's appetite by thinking of being inside someone else's body. My bad. But it does sound pretty cool. My apologies for that weird description. It just kind of came out of my mouth. I feel like even though I'm wholesome, I can be very cursed about the way I describe certain things, and I'm like, damn. Sweats? That was a bit kind of weird. Sorry if I made it weird. Oh my goodness. But at the same time, like, I need to be okay with being weird. Because, like, being weird as a streamer is actually, like a strength. So being weird is on brand. Thank you. Thank you for validating my weirdness. I really needed that. I needed that so bad, honestly. Because sometimes I feel like I'm way too weird and that's why people avoid me. Not gonna lie. Like, I just keep to myself. And then when I say something, they're like, what is that, Nethyr? I'm like, I don't know, bud. It was just me thinking out loud. And they're like, well, there are some things you should not think about. And I'm like, okay. Okay, I didn't think it'd be that weird, but apparently some things are weird. I need to keep that in mind. That's why sometimes I just don't want to speak, because I'm like, whatever I'm gonna say out of my mouth is gonna be weirding someone else. Which is why it's good that I'm a streamer, because then I can say all my weird stuff on stream, so that for the rest of the week I can pretend to be normal. I don't need to be weird I don't need to be weird. Because then I got all the weird out of me beforehand, so yeah. I'm okay. I'm kind of okay. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, like... Am I okay? Am I truly just okay? My head is immediately saying no, I'm not okay. Okay, then I'm gonna say I'm not okay. I'm not okay at all, and that is okay. I'm gonna drink more water. Okay, we got that little story. Specifically of the... Let's see. Yeah, we got the favorite animal. Does Nethyr have special equipment? Okay, yeah, so yeah, I do Weird Out every Monday, but nah, I'm okay now with the rest of it. Yeah, that's me! It's me! Like, sometimes that's why I just need to be alone for a little bit, because I just need to get all the weird out of me, and then I'm okay for the rest of the time, and it's really funny. Okay, so I'm gonna head out. I gotta get up to practice in the morning. Have a great rest of the stream. Bye bye. Thank you for coming by, Cammy, and thank you again for your questions. I'll do my best to answer them as I make my content, okay? I hope practice goes well. See ya. So another thing I could answer. I'm thinking, does Nethyr have special equipment? That's an interesting question, because what I'm technically wearing in my design, one part of it I acquired after the game, and one part of it I acquired in the game itself. So that's why it feels like there's a division between something fantasy-like and something sci-fi-like. So yeah, what I'm wearing right now is technically very special equipment. As how they are special, I will explain that later. I feel like, man, if I honestly, like, I've debated doing a VTuber lore video, because I looked at studios and I inquired for their prices. The price of a lore video is honestly almost the same price as a VTuber model, and I don't think I could spend $10,000 on my VTuber stuff. I'm trying to spend under 5,000, okay? Like, well, okay, yeah, I can do under 5,000. Like, that's the most I could do, because the rest of it, I need to take care of some other things. So yeah, that's why I'm like hesitant on the lore video, because that hits the wallet, my currency, it hits my in-game currency a lot, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready for that, but I don't know if I have that much money. Just you know. And I also thought about, this connects to why I wanted to make games, like, for myself. I want to make games for my lore. To be fair, VTuber lore video prices are getting out of hand, but at the same time, it depends of how much do you want to. Exactly. Exactly. And for me, I want my lore to be a big part of my VTuber content. Besides the video essays, besides the making the games, I want a lot of storytelling to be part of my VTubing experience because I love storytelling, first and foremost. And the fact that there is a medium where I can just be a totally different character from IRL, it makes it easier to tell stories. And I feel like with VTubing as a medium, you can tell stories in a very different way compared to other content creators. Sure, you could do like fake video games, you could do storytelling, you can do explain videos and stuff. But VTubing is another way to tell stories, and I feel like a lot of VTubers should play with that more. Although, I will say, there's a lot of people that want to make lore that is very, very big, and it's kind of concerning because when you want to write something with very big lore, it becomes too daunting for someone to write, and you do not want to basically demotivate yourself. You want to take it bit by bit. Also, I flung something and I don't know where it went. I found it. Found the thing that was on the floor. I just rolled a little bit. My cat is just like leaning his head on the headboard in a way, and he's just like staring out in space. He's like, what am I doing with my life? What am I doing? Okay, I'm gonna put 2, and I'm gonna stream for 30 more minutes because I feel like, you know, I made the stream really late because of technical difficulties, which is honestly my fault, I think. So yeah, it really do be like that, you know. Oh man. Let's see here. I'm gonna check some social media stuff. Let me see here. Okay, I see the pause. Oh yeah, I've learned that it's Earth Day and Lesbian Visibility Week. So to the lesbians in the chat, I hope you feel very visible and very appreciated. Lesbians should feel loved. I don't know what else to say. It's just that I hope lesbians feel a lot more appreciated. And I know it may sound kind of out of nowhere, but I also feel like I hold a lot of respect for lesbians as someone that does not see women in an attractive manner. Like, if I see a woman, I feel more afraid. So I'm like, wow, go you for loving women when I'm afraid of women. And I'm like, yeah, that's impressive to me, honestly. But also, like, liking men is also scary. So honestly, just liking people in general is kind of scary. So I honestly like feel very impressed by people that can be very honest about the people that they love. And I hope that for those that love will be loved back in a wonderful way as well. I hope that. I hope that a lot, that the people who love hard and well with good intentions can be loved just as well as the love that they give to others. It's also Earth Day, and I also feel like this is a very important part for me. Earth Day is really important because I like... So, fun fact, I was studying biology in the past. Biology is my thing. I really love it. And through that, it made me really want to appreciate nature. I really wanted me to appreciate animals and plants and the earth itself. And I really want people to take more time to appreciate with what's around them. Because oftentimes, maybe the place that you live at is actually the place that people want to visit. For me in particular, that would be Los Angeles. So I'm trying to appreciate what's around me and where I live as much as possible, because everyone wants to visit Los Angeles. So I should probably appreciate Los Angeles as much as them, to be fair. And why can I say Los Angeles on a stream? Well, most content creators live in LA. Not gonna lie, like if you are like in a coffee shop or just vibing, there is probably a content creator within 10 feet of you and you will never know because you're just focused on yourself. That's just how it is. Like, they would be streamers and YouTubers collaborating with local businesses in very cool ways, or like helping out at the shop for a video, which is pretty cool. So they could literally be anywhere. Axis. Women are cool. If they scare me, the better. Oh, that's your thing. That good for you. For me, I'm like, woman, woman, terrifying. Honestly, it's because women have a lot of power. Like, when you look at history, women are very strong for what they have gone through. It's very impressive. Especially childbirth. I can't imagine childbirth. Like, going through that I would be terrified of childbirth. Not gonna lie. Like, you gotta respect women. They can do childbirth. Oh my gosh. That's terrifying. But also beautiful, but absolutely terrifying. Oh, I think it arrived. The creature. The spirit. Oh! Hello! Aww! Are you going to do the name 100 women? You're gonna ask me to name 100 women? Why? I don't know that many women. I don't talk to women. I don't know if I could do that, Purple Fish. I don't talk to women. Even though the rest of my group members are women, I don't know many more than that. Ooh, kettle brew. Women fear me. No, I fear women. Women do not fear me. The main reason is because, like, women have hurt me before. So, it's like, scary. But as long as I've gotten to know them, I'm fine. But woman that is stranger? No. No thank you. No, no stranger. Stranger danger. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna read this text. Kettle brews have no bodies of their own. Instead, these non-corporeal spirits are known to possess teapots. It appears that not just any teapot will do either. It must be one that is beloved by its owner. Upon being possessed by a kettle brew, the teapot will, from then on, be steeped with an endless supply of delicious tea. Many are curious where the tea comes from and what it's made of. I myself prefer not to think too hard on it. Yeah, I don't want to think about that either. Spirit tea? I don't trust his face. This looks like a VTuber's face plastered on a teapot. So with that in mind, this teapot could literally be giving you its piss. And we know VTubers love their piss. I'm just saying. This is probably a piss VTuber. Okay, moving on. God, I hope no one clips that. I would usually like timestamp it, but I'm like, I did not set up my stream deck for that. I am not prepared. But man, that would be a funny quote, not gonna lie, but it's okay. It's okay. It'll be in the VOD anyways. Hint. There's an enchanting song coming from the forest as the sun sets. Oh, as the sun sets and they're singing. Ooh, okay. So, sun sets. So, evening, right? Because the sun is setting right there. Let's go to the bay window. And then we need singing, right? We need singing. Yeah, That seems to be the best singing one. Oh, it's not accurate. Okay. From the forest. There we go. Let's see, most of my social circle are women, and not gonna lie, it's pretty chill. But to be fair, I got lucky. I've heard the infights that can happen. Those are just too intense. Yeah, exactly. And like, in my past, I have not gotten along with women for some reason. Even though I'm assigned female at birth, I don't really get along with women. If anything, somehow they're just... They don't like how nonchalant I am, I think. And that bothers them. Like, oh, I should pick sides. But I'm like, why? Why should I pick sides? Just no point in that. And that's so petty. So for me, I'm just like, I don't really want to deal with girls, children, and that. Yeah. I would say women in particular, they are a lot more... They can be a little bit catty, depending on the personality. But they can also be... They can be one of the most hardworking people ever. And that's something to admire. It's just... strangers I'm like very cautious with. Ooh, and I'm level 11. Ooh, okay, nice. Alright, we're gonna hope that the next spirit comes in. Imagine if I complete the spirit decks, that would be amazing. I think there's like 3 more too. Wow, I'm collecting a lot of them. Lenny, Goopy, Dustbite. Actually, what is Lenny's? This is Lenny, a shape-shifting cat spirit. Although, come to think of it, I don't know if they were originally a cat, or if that's just their preferred form. I suppose I'll have to ask one of these days. Lenny goes by the pronouns he, they. After transferring here as part of the Spiritographer exchange program... Ah, so that's the lore. Okay. Lenny greeted me as I stepped off the train. They've been assigned to be my guide around the city, and they have also been helping me with my spiritography studies. Lenny has become an invaluable friend, and I couldn't imagine a better companion for my studies in Spirit City. Oh, it's cute! Like, well, no! I just got this new phone. This is my new phone. I literally bought it, like, 2 weeks ago. This is a completely new phone. And I think it already has a scratch. But the scratch is on the phone on the phone screen, so I'm fine. But it's kind of funny I got one. No, it's mine! No stealing, like, oh. Gosh dang. Gosh dang, like, although, what is that creature in that emote? It looks like Rudolph, but Pikachu? What is that? What is that sort of creature? It's it's both of those. Okay. Okay. Goopy. Early bird. Man, these creature designs are so good. Honestly, they kind of inspire me for mascot designs too. Like, I like the little hat here and the funny tail. It's very cute. The hedgehog is very cute too, and I think about it. It's like a little firework. Oh, actually, let's go to our wardrobe real quick. Let's see how the spirit companion looks. I want to see how... Oh, wait. Let's check out how Tanuki looks. Oh, there's a pink one. Oh, that's a classic Tanuki look. And then the raccoon. And a snow one. Oh, that's cute. Okay, what about the teapot? Oh, yo! Honestly, like, I like having my teapots be black and gold. I really like that, so... It's so pretty! It's so pretty! Oh my goodness! What a pretty little teapot! Yo! I want to see the arachnid, too. I mean, I have a lot of, like, cash, so I can use it. There's a purple spider! It's so cute. And little dust bunny. Oh, there's a little gray one. I like the little gray one. It's funny. Creature. Oh, wait. The bookworm. Oh, there's like a little black one. Oh, this one's cute. I like this little guy. Oh, it's so pink. Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Custom wolf pup. Oh, it's like a little hellhound. That's cool. And I want to see what clothing I have. Can I change anything with the... What the? Why do I have pointy ears? I don't have pointy ears. Hold up. Hold up. Why do I have pointy ears? Huh? Oh, I think that's the only option now? Huh, I wanted rounded ears though. Interesting. Do they have any additional hair? Oh wow, this hair detail is pretty good. But this is like the most fitting hairstyle for me. Head feature, horns, eyebrow, floaty. Let's see. Ooh, cute hats. Glasses. Okay, got those glasses. Tops, huh? Oh, I do love a cute turtleneck. Let's see, cute hoodies. I wish I could try them on before I buy them. Let's go try this one though. Ooh, I look good. Okay, what kind of outfit? Ooh, black/purple. Interesting. Okay, tights. Cute. The socks are cute. Ooh. Thigh highs. To be honest, I do like thigh-high socks. I think they're pretty comfy. Very nice and soft. Although... shoes. Oh! Okay, I'm on my 5-minute break. I got really into the game. It's so fun. I'm so lucky that this game is so fun. I honestly bought this on a whim because I was like, oh, the day I come back to streaming, this game is coming out. I'm like, I might as well play it, right? Good sleeping. Something that has been a challenge for me is actually drinking enough water. I have a very hard time making sure I drink enough water. It's a real struggle. Also, I'm gonna get up and stretch a little. I've been sitting down for a long time. Okay. There we go. I did a little stretch. Stretch. Make sure y'all stretch too, okay? If you've been sitting down too much like me, make sure to stretch. I'm stretching my back muscles a bit. I think my hand is slowly healing. I don't feel it as much. Let me see here. So cute. Although, maybe I want to change the pants because I don't like this look with the socks. And then, like that. Oh, shorts! Oh, I'm not a fan of shorts. At least not with this outfit. It'd be better with, like, a t-shirt. Oh, that's a cute fit. Oh, that's cute. Oh, hi, Darcy. What are you into, buddy? I have grabbed the cat. Ooh, the cat has bonked the microphone. Hey, buddy. What do you need? I'm scratching my cat's head. Giving him the scratchy scratchies. Oh, okay. And he can pop there. I'm patting the cat's back. He's wagging his tail happily. This fit is cute. What about this one? That's cute too. Oh, it's like very Hatsune Miku. But I'm not much of a shorts guy. Oh, that's cute. Oh, this looks very comfy. Oh, there's a Driftlin shirt? Oh, that's cute. It's very cute. Oh, what's this one? Oh, it's a Lenny. Oh, it's a Lenny one. Actually, I want to get that. Yeah, then I can match Lenny. Let's go. Okay, and then the socks. Let's go with the black socks. Yeah. Okay, that's cute. And then the shoes. I want something other than sneakers, though. Well, actually, this would work out well. Yeah, this looks like a good set. Okay, and the spirit companion, obviously Lenny. So we have to go with Lenny. Okay. And now we match. Let's go. Look at that. We have drip. We have a fit here. Excellent. Okay. Yeah, I know how this story about the cat is gonna end. It may not be the happiest ending, but I feel like this is gonna work. This is gonna work for something in the future. I'm very excited. Yes, Darcy, what do you need, buddy? You wanna go use the bathroom? Is that what you need, buddy? You wanna go to the bathroom? My cat is so soft and warm. Just a little guy. Okay, buddy, what do you need? Oh, little buddy. I think my cat needed the restroom, so I escorted him out for a bit, and then I'll check in on him after stream. Ooh, kitty. Let's see. Am I? Okay, it'll take a while for it to come out. Okay, so what other things can I do? Well, we at least got a lot of good stories down. How would their dungeon be designed? Like, what kind of things happen in the dungeon? So, Nethyr's dungeon. This one I have to write in bullet points because the way that I see this dungeon, it's more like when you're a final boss, I don't necessarily think that it's the most threatening dungeon to be in, but I feel like it's a haven for monsters. A haven for monsters to grow. That's like the direction I want to go with for Nethyr's dungeon. And it's something that really connects to me as a person. Like, I want to encourage people to grow. And in a way, Nethyr would definitely encourage monsters to grow. Maybe demons do, depending on who's there. Ooh, they would probably have an efficient mana production too. Like, when I think about it, Nethyr's dungeon is the culmination of knowledge that they have acquired. Because one of the things that is very key to Nethyr is curiosity and wonder. Like, they are curious about, oh, why is this cat trying to run around and stuff? And curiosity and wonder is like, oh, being in awe with the new knowledge that they have acquired and actually actively changing based on what they acquired. I feel like those are two key strengths to hone in for Nethyr. And those strengths really influence the creation of Nethyr's dungeon. And because Nethyr is intimately aware of curiosity and wonder, they know how to draw in the interest of humans, and they know how to get them. Because in order for a dungeon to function, the dungeon needs energy from what they captured. In a way, I kind of think of a dungeon as like a much larger mimic. And it's just a lot more intricate. And it makes sense why mimics are common in a dungeon, because mimics are like tinier dungeons. Like, I would think of it as the dungeon's babies, because they have a very similar function of like having treasure. Like, a dungeon has treasure and it's just much bigger, while a mimic has smaller treasure. So I feel like mimics and dungeons are kind of the same thing. Maybe. I still need to think about that kind of structure, because even though I've written the base rules to go off of, each of the rules needs to have a lot more detail to it and a lot more writing. So that's something I definitely need to prepare. And well, be really cautious about. And also, I want these elements to be consistent in Nethyr's lore no matter what area that they are in, because a really key thing in Nethyr's lore is that they have traveled a lot. How did they travel? Good question, but they have traveled quite a distance. Actually, I want to see what other music they have. I usually have something like this, but morning sunset. Things could be better, but they could be worse. Oh. Let's see. Uplifting spirit into web music browser. I want to do morning sunset because this fits. Let's see, what other things for this dungeon? Traps. Because it's directly connected to curiosity. But their dungeon is known for high quality treasure. Because remember when I said Nethyr has a lot of gold in their design? Well, that gold is very much connected to why the final boss dungeon is so lucrative. And I like to think that the way that Nethyr has created a dungeon, it's very much in tune with the world around it and making sure that it's a proper ecosystem that takes care of the monsters inside, but also the environment outside as well. I just really think that the idea of a dungeon can be very fascinating for, like, building the enemy character up, like the main boss of it. And it'd be interesting if Nethyr, like, knows other bosses as well. But not final bosses like Nethyr, but like just general dungeon bosses. And maybe in a way the title final boss, I think it makes more sense to say that there is only one final boss in Nethyr's world. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. That there is only one final boss, but there are multiple dungeon bosses. And I feel like the title of final boss is applied to the adventurers who visit and whoever is strongest to them. But the dungeon bosses themselves may not see who exactly is a final boss. They just know that they are very competitive with each other. And they haven't explicitly said who is a final boss or not. But final boss is a title applied by human adventurers. I'm just thinking about all of these ideas. Creature, where are you? Little creature, where could you be? So yeah, ideas for the future. Video essay. Game dev. Because of course. Also, for any future game projects I make, I will not be doing them for profit because I already do game development for a profit. It's just for a different part of game development. But for my own personal projects, I don't plan for them to be like a paid endeavor. Um, because I don't want to deal with like paperwork. Yeah, so I kind of just want to share games that I make for free. I think that's fun. And if people want to donate money for the games I make, that's pretty cool too. But I'm not going to expect it. I'm just going to do things for fun and have fun learning. That's honestly the most I could do, really. Like, if I'm driven by profit for creating things, I feel like that loses the motivation for me. Like, it loses the importance of creating for the sake of creating. I don't think every creation needs to be a capitalist profit. I think some creativity can just exist as is, and that's why it's important to support open source and stuff, because open source projects, they are made with passion, and that needs to be highly respected. And sure, the money helps to support the people who make said open source projects, but also like the nature of open source projects and like passion projects is just, it's the priority is not profit. The priority is just creating things for the sake of creating. And that's what I personally want to do, especially with my content creation. If I do need money through my content creation, that would be through a different avenue altogether. Like, I would say the most appropriate would be making merchandise. I do want to make merchandise for VTuber stuff, but specifically for like charity. Um, but if there was a time where for some reason I needed to rely on content creation for profit, then that's a different story altogether. Okay, so traps, high rewards. Ooh, I should think about what is the setting of Nethyr's dungeon. I kind of think of it as in a forest. It would be in a very dense forest nearby a river. The river or like the sea. There's a specific area where the river meets the sea, and I want that dungeon to be located there. What is the area between the sea and river called? Yeah, estuaries. So estuaries is actually the area where the end of a river meets the ocean. And they're really fascinating because that means that is where the fresh water is meeting the salt water. So fish that can live in that area are very flexible. So they can live in both freshwater, seawater, and that's really cool. Okay, I'm gonna read this a bit. So let's see here. Yeah, a couple examples would be the Great Lakes in the US. Swamps, apparently. Let's see here. But yeah, I think that'd be a really fun play. It would be a really fun thing to play with. So, sorry, my words are like blah 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 blah. It really do be like that. Well, it's just nice and relaxing. So yeah, for those that have been around and did not appear at the beginning of the stream, I just want to say my good news is that I will be attending Off-Kai Expo this year. Tickets are still being sold, but keep in mind it's a 3-day pass only, and I will be attending Off-Kai for all 3 days. I will be meeting with fellow VTubers and the like. So if you are planning to attend Off-Kai Expo and you want to meet me, I'd be down to meet up and just chat a bit. Yes, it's a 3-day pass only. They used to sell single-day badges, but unfortunately, they are most likely going to be sold out by the end of April. And I believe the end of April is next week. So y'all have about 8 days left, I believe. The reason why I wanted to announce it so late is because I actually don't want people to buy the passes to meet me. I want people to buy the passes because they love VTubers in general. Especially since this is not like a formal meetup or whatever. It's more of a casual meetup, just like hang out and stuff. It's just more chill. Cause honestly, I don't know if I could handle a lot of people wanting to meet me in the first place. A couple people have met me at Anime Expo, and they are very respectful enough of my privacy, so I'm really blessed that they respect that. And I just don't know if I can personally manage like a huge meetup at this time. And I prefer to do a meetup after I debut. I feel like that's the most appropriate because by then I would have made a lot of content. But yeah, that's like my personal feelings on it. But yes, I will be attending Offkai 2024 this year in Burlingame, California. I'll be there for 3 days. Hopefully I can try lots of food in San Francisco. That'd be pretty nice. What else? Oh, so I'm in another country, so good luck. Ah, it do be like that. It's interesting, like I've noticed that according to my analytics, I would see viewers from like all over the world. And that's honestly why I'm considering having an EU friendly stream time, because I have EU fans as well. So I want to be considerate towards that, because right now this is the time I have, excuse me, is very appealing for US people and people who usually attend these streams. So yeah, I need to keep that in mind. So I really want to do like maybe visual novel Sundays or something, but we shall see. That would probably be after I make my first video essay, whenever that comes out, because honestly it's been a while and it's hard for me to get in the groove, I think. It'd be like that. Okay, the 15-minute session has been done. We have chatted quite a bit, and also I will be ending stream in a couple of minutes, so right now it's more of a just chatting segment. I feel like I've chatted a lot in 2 hours, so yeah, it do be like that. I'm just glad that I can hang out and work on a few things. Like, I have some good ideas on how I'm going to transform those questions into pieces of lore that people are going to enjoy. So really just thank you for giving me those questions, because it gives me a direction of where to go. And that direction, it's gonna make the people that are here happy. And that's what matters. Like, I'm gonna create, not just for me, but I'm gonna create for my audience too. And I feel like that's the really fun part about creating, is when you can share something that you made and you can make someone happy with that. So I really want to make sure that no matter what I create, it makes good people happy. People that I want to make happy. Not just anybody, but people that I believe that are worth getting along with. And that's important to me. Other things about the dungeon. Ooh, I need to think about what creatures would kind of appear in it, huh? So definitely like snakes, snake-like creatures. Ooh, and since this is a homunculus like dungeon, probably chimeras would be a best fit. Ooh, golems would be a good fit as well. Basically creatures that were created by alchemists but abandoned by them. That'd be a really fun concept to play with. Also, I'm gonna go ahead and find someone to raid for Twitch. If there's any recommendations, let me know. Let me see here. Ooh, okay, okay. One of my mods is streaming. Oh, they are an 18+ streamer. Of course. When I'm family friendly, it do be like that. Is there any recommendations? Oh, I think the creature arrived. Oh my goodness. Oh, is this the evolution of early bird? What is this? A sunquill. Oh. Sunquills are natural-born performers. They love putting on variety shows for other forest-dwelling spirits to show off their talents. From fancy feather twirling to sleigh to wing tricks, a Sunquill performance is quite the event. Their sunset shows draw the largest crowds, as their feathers are most brilliant when reflecting the golden rays of a sunset. Fawning over their plumage and offering plenty of compliments is all it takes to earn the friendship of a Sunquill. Make sure to keep that attention centered on them, as they can become quite jealous. Oh, these are jealous birds. Okay. Let's go check out how the Sunquill looks, shall we? Yeah, bird. Little birdie bird. Yeah, I think it's wardrobe and then spirit companion and then Sunquill. Oh, it's so cute! Look how dapper! Ooh, that one's pretty. Oh, this one's a card variation. Ooh, I like that. This design is sick. Look at that! Look how fancy they are. They're like a little clown jester. Wow, I do like that. I'm able to spend this much because look. So yeah. Colors. This one's really cute too, but I won't buy it yet. Oh wait! Oh, little creature! Wait, wardrobe. I want the Sunquill actually. I really like the Sunquill. Yeah, let's go. Oh, they're so cute. I really love these spirits. They're adorable. Okay, let's go ahead and find someone to raid, okay? Let's see. Producer. Let's see. Ooh, okay, there's that streamer. Oh, there's Kaio. How's Kaio? What kind of... Oh, it's intended for certain audiences, and we may not... Yeah, we're not gonna be a good fit here. Yeah. Nope, not this one. I want something a little bit more family friendly, so... Yeah. Let's see. Leaflet? Leaflet? Question mark? Ooh, there's Uzumiya. I'm kind of nervous about raiding people, not gonna lie. It's been a while since I raided. Oh, dreamlike melody. Let me check out what Shadow Wolf is up to. It's been a while, honestly. And I think I'd rather, like... Let's see here. Man, there's a lot of cool streamers. I honestly don't watch too many of them because I just get busy with work. So, yeah. Oh, this one is playing an old MMO. That's cool. Oh, they're educational. I think Leaflet would be a great choice here, actually. So... I'm kind of shy about rating Leaflet, but we're gonna just do it, you know? We're gonna do the things that I'm afraid of. We're gonna be more confident. So here's the raid message. Okay, so that would be the raid message. Especially for those that are on Twitch. So we're gonna go ahead and raid Leaflet, okay? Okay, raid channel. Alright, so thank you everybody for coming by and hanging out. It was really nice. I'm gonna probably stick around a little bit for the YouTube section. and just go from there. But for those who were on the Twitch side, thank you for coming by. It really means a lot. I'll be streaming again on Monday, okay? So feel free to hang out there. Oh, and feel free to join my Discord as well. I should probably make a Discord post. Not gonna lie. So we shall see. But let's go ahead and raid Leaflet right now. And did you all copy the message too? Okay, I think we should be good.
Really? Is there like a study behind this?
That's confirmed. It's confirmed. I've asked these 100
Ooh,
people.
okay.
I've asked these 100 people in Final Fantasy 14 that have used that emote.
Nethyr, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Welcome. We're playing this shitty MMO right now. We're talking about old MMOs. While we are inside of a shitty old MMO, and we're trying to use dude, everyone's AFK. These are just stores.
Yeah,
where do I find the players at?
Where are the actual players?
Here we go. I found the players. I found the players right here.
Yeah, there you go. They're chatting over there.
I'm just chatting with Leaflet a little bit, just
Wake
because I
up.
can.
Stop playing this. Wake up.
Wait, explain why you play this. There you go. Dude, you have to speak their language, man. You can't just like write it. You know what I mean?
Looks like Leaflet's having fun. So for those that are still here,
there we go.
I just want to say thank you again for hanging out with me.
How was that, guys? You have to admit, that's pretty good, right? It's
if you want to join my Discord,
I'm
let me
speaking
go
their language.
ahead and share it.
Levi, I'd love to play RO with you. I'd play with you on your end. I'd play RO again. I tried to play like I think I played almost every iteration of Ragnarok online. Dude, everyone's just AFK here, dude.
They're DMing
They're on Discord, dude.
Dude, that guy in the bunny outfits, like that's like a premium outfit. He paid money for that so he can ERP.
Feel free to join the Discord if you want to come by. I'll make sure to have a bunch of announcements and keep your eyes out for new stuff, okay?
I look badass.
Good night, Nethyzens.